I'm ending my 4000 gold giveaway in 5 days. Be sure to enter in the description. Hello guys, it's me Glove back again. Is the item forge too overpowered, and is it going to hurt the game long term? This Oryx mess, the item forge got introduced and we finally got all the info on the long awaited UT trade. Now you can trade your useless and duplicate items for the ones you can't seem to hit the right RNG to get. But is this really a good thing for a grindable game like RotMG? The item forge requires forge fire to be able to be runnable, and you get 400 free forge fire now during Oryx mess, and what I've heard you will get 120 a day after Oryx mess. You can also get it from event chest, which seems to be very rare, and mystery boxes in the Nexus. Not only do you need forge fire, you need blueprints. These recipes drops from different locations throughout the game, and it's unknown where all of them drop. But the legendary blueprints seems to be very rare, and you can only obtain them by RNG in exaltation dungeons as a drop. It took me about 55 lost halls to get my first legendary blueprint for Marble Colossus. But is this system good? Well, in my point of view as an endgame player, yes, I just called myself an endgame player, I think the item forge is too easy to use. Now you can turn all your gemstones into Oryx 3 whites or event whites very easily if you get the blueprints for it. Then you will mostly have an unlimited supply of rare whites like Sea Jerk or Jug. I think the long term of the grindiness of the game will slowly disappear with the item forge. That might look good to the average Joe, but for me it's concerning. I think RotMG is a game where you have to dedicate time and effort to get items. I do like the idea of trading your less needed UTs for more wanted ones, but I think this execution is too overpowered. And if you've gotten 10 gemstones, you might not be that mad to get one again, cause it's a third of a really good white. What could be done? Well, I think either a new tier of endgame items for Oryx whites and event whites should be added. I don't see Fungal Tome as the equivalent as a Jug or a Divinity. Let's call the tier exalted. To craft the exalted items, you have to get the item you want by drop and the blueprint. And then you have to sacrifice the item and the blueprint to learn the recipe. I think this would take a little longer time, but then you can feel some accomplishment when you've made your blueprint. And then to craft the exalted items, you would need 4 Oryx 3 marks per item. You might say that my idea is too centered to endgame players who can do 10 O3s a day. But I really think Realm is a game where you have to grind a bit for the items you want instead of having easy. Making these exalted blueprints shouldn't be done in a day by a lucky blueprinter. Instead, it should give the players a feeling of accomplishment as the exaltation system on the characters. What do you think about the idea of having to sacrifice an item and also get the blueprint to learn the item for future crafting? I'd say, if you have some gemstones and fungal tomes laying around in your vault, you better craft the items you want right now. Because I really believe that we are going to get a rebalance update for the item forge. I wouldn't say that the item forge right now is exploitable, but I think it's very weak and overpowered. You can earn so much more from trading in gemstones to Oryx items than the other way around. Because I can't see in a universe that 3 gemstones or 3 fungal tomes or 3 random fungal whites are the same value as a Omni or a Horn or a Divinity from Oryx 3, which can take a long time to master the dungeon. So I think that instead of these shortcuts, I think you have to dedicate some time and effort to learn the item, and that will give you a bigger feeling of an accomplishment like the exaltation on the characters. Well, that's everything for today guys, and be sure to catch my next stream and video, and to do that you have to subscribe and follow.